I'm Mariah Milano and I'm back in Paris. Let me show you a little bit of my favorite city on earth. Come on.
Welcome to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport, Terminal 1.
Whenever I'm in Paris, I fall in love all over again. Paris is a city that breaks your heart, but only when you leave. The French value love above all else and they display it proudly. There are so many wonderful things about this city, but if I had to pick one, it's the food. And my absolute favorite place is Marché des Enfants Rouge, the oldest market in Paris. Opened in 1604. Yes, you heard that right.
You want to speak French so bad, don't you?
Time to drop that beat. There is everything from North African to Italian to outrageous sandwiches and sushi. Today it's still a thriving market with everything from fresh seafood and cheeses and fruits and vegetables to some amazing restaurants. They're only open for lunch, so make sure you don't miss out. And that Moroccan restaurant is unbelievable. And my favorite is Les Enfants Du Marche. It's in the back right corner, and their food and wine is amazing. The energy is awesome, with nothing but a countertop where sharing with your neighbors is encouraged.
Razor clams, homemade parsley butter.
I'm proud to call them friends, and I never miss a meal when I'm in Paris. The owner Mika knows his wines and keeps the music bumping.
Did someone say wine?
Oh yes, there is wine. Plenty of wine. My other favorite is Chez Alain Miam Miam. The owner is a character known all over the city for having the best sandwiches and crepes anywhere. The man loves the camera and he puts on a show.
For the princess, thank you.
Most of the restaurants in the market close around 4 p.m. at the latest, and I recommend getting there before noon to get a seat, because this place gets busy. You'll leave buzzed from the delicious wine and stuffed from the incredible food. Perfect time to take a nap before dinner. Thank God the French eat late. So I decided to go in Chez Hockey today. I was walking by and I looked in the window and I see her making the noodles. Look at this. They make the noodles from scratch and it's homemade Chinese food. So check it out. I got some video of them making the noodles and the dumplings earlier. Amazing place. I never even thought about how they make these noodles. I just know how much I love them. This is an ancient art kept alive by amazing people like this. She's making dumplings, which I had, and they were so tasty. This might seem a little tedious, but I wanted you to see how amazing the process is and the skill that goes into it. The entire family is involved in the restaurant, which is something I love. It's crazy. The noodles just appear after he spins and tosses it over and over. This is my favorite part. Isn't that crazy? I took some of it back to the hotel and it was a yummy late night snack. And if you come to Paris, check this place out. It's really good. Look, prices are great and they speak English. And they've only been open a couple weeks and the food was incredible. Springtime in Paris. It doesn't get any better. You have to be a tourist for at least one day. Keep your phone charged because there are a lot of great pics to take. There are so many incredible things to see. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and of course you can't miss the Louvre. Built in 1202, the Louvre was a castle during the reign of Charles V and was opened as a museum in 1793. You can still see the original castle walls in the basement. A walk at night in the Latin Quarter is a must, alive with great bars and restaurants. Don't miss seeing the show at Moulin Rouge. It's unbelievable. Can you see where I'm going? Even if you just want to browse, you have to check out the Louis Vuitton store on the Champs-Élysées. Make sure you get your new bag monogrammed. And my favorite Sephora ever is right across the street. It's like heaven on earth. Well, hello. And of course, a visit to a French salon is a must. The metro is an inexpensive and easy way to get around the city. They're bumping AC/DC in Paris. There is music of every kind all over the streets of Paris, and they love their jazz. This was awesome. A spritz break is always a good idea. The Notre Dame Cathedral at sunset. You cannot come to Paris without seeing this. Look how beautiful. So one of my favorite things to do is walk down a side street and see and find a gem of a restaurant. So this is called Mr. T. It looks beautiful from the outside. The food was beautiful and very creative. I had tacos and oysters. I love the name of the restaurant. So it's almost midnight. I'm walking down the street in Paris. So safe. You see girls walking by themselves all night. I'm gonna tell you what, you don't see this in New York City and a lot of cities in America. There hasn't been 1 minute that I haven't felt safe walking in Paris. Not only because my heart's here and I love it, I'm being serious. The perfect end to a perfect day. My all-time favorite restaurant in Paris is Robert et Louise in the Marais. They cook all the meats in the wood fireplace right in the dining room. The room is filled with the incredible aroma of cooking meat and wood smoke. Their escargot is a must. Those roasted potatoes are cooked in goose fat and delicious. The coq de boeuf is a rib steak for two that is one of the best you'll ever have anywhere. You may have seen it on the very first episode Bourdain did on No Reservations. I guarantee this will be the highlight of your trip to Paris. Traditional, authentic French country cooking at its best. This is the artsy, trendy part of the city. Really, really cool.
My good friend David McMillan of Joe Beef told me I have to come to this restaurant, Bistro Paul Bear. If Joe Beef gives you a suggestion to a restaurant, you've got to go try it. So let's check it out. The manager was a little cranky about me filming in there, so we couldn't get much, but I will tell you that the food was incredible. The leg of lamb was the best I've ever had, and those scallops were to die for. Afterward, I ran into the owner, Chef Bertrand, and had a couple cocktails and snapped a pic. Another restaurant I have fallen in love with is The Hood, Paris. You'll find the owner, Con Lee, in her kitchen creating some amazing Vietnamese dishes. She won MasterChef France, so you know she's legit. Her food is as beautiful as it is tasty. The Hood is now in my top 5 favorite restaurants in Paris. They have some great healthy dishes too, which I love. It's a trendy place right in my favorite neighborhood with a younger crowd and great energy. The Hood's banh mi sandwich is the best I've ever had. And if you don't try that green cake, then I don't want to know you. It's crazy good. Come see Con Lee at The Hood when you get to Paris and tell her Mariah sent you. She's really cute too. This Korean restaurant is fantastic, and I always make sure to have a meal here when I'm in Paris. Paris is a very diverse city with people from all over the world, so it has incredible foods way beyond French cuisine. From the hot dogs and kebabs to amazing Indian and Asian restaurants. Of course, you have to try all of the authentic French foods. The crepes are so good, and when you see them made, it makes you appreciate them so much more. If you don't have ham and cheese baguette or escargot, then you didn't really go to Paris. Try something new like steak tartare. You'll be amazed how good it is. The cheeses and the desserts are beyond anything anywhere else in the world. This is what living feels like. Enjoy it while you can. They're cooking the potatoes in chicken fat. It just doesn't make any sense how deliciously good they are. You won't be able to stop yourself. First thing I eat when I get to Paris is a baguette. The bread is simply perfect, but above all else is the pastries. However good you imagine them to be, they're better. France taught the world what it means to enjoy a great meal, to indulge in the good things in life. Have a glass of wine at a cafe and absorb the culture all around you. It's the Parisian way of life in all things. Make sure you see the Sacré-Cœur, it's magical. Paris is an art lover's heaven on earth with incredible museums. But also the streets are full of artists of every kind, and you can get some beautiful pieces for a great price. Make sure you get your art signed. You never know what it might be worth someday. I'm so excited to see Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Winnie the Pooh. And going, it's a small world. Welcome to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland Paris. I've always wanted to come here, and I had tickets for January, but it rained. So here I am today. Let's go. So much nicer. It's now my favorite. And I bet the food is the bomb. I already know. It's a small world. Au revoir. Pirates of the Caribbean. It was amazing. I am so happy. Catch the outlets and then get a train back to the hotel. Au revoir. Paris is a place that will always be special to me. I find something new to love every time I'm here, and I don't even try. Paris is a city that you have to really see to appreciate. The French have a lot to be proud of, and they embrace their culture as well as anyone. You have to walk the streets and ride the metro to see its soul. It's a city built on incredible history and struggle, and recently some tragedy. But the city moves on like all great cities do. Je me souviens. And you gotta love a city that loves its dogs, and I love Frenchies. After a week of heavy, rich food, this Thai restaurant was the perfect meal for my last night in France. The food was fresh and delicious and every bit as good as it looked. This is a beautiful place. I was walking by today and saw that beautiful wall. As I walked by and the food on the table looked amazing, so I booked a reservation. Made this the last meal of my France trip. My last night in Paris, going back to my hotel, catching a flight home in the morning. Paris is my town, and trust and believe I will be back very soon. Au revoir. I love Paris for so many reasons. It's beautiful and cultured and so much incredible history. I hope you'll experience this magical place yourself before you judge it. Paris changed my life, and it will change yours too if you let it. Au revoir.